It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Sad times. Sad times. Why? Well, I got a beer from Stronzo. Sad times because they went bankrupt a few years ago. But good times, I've got a bottle. And it don't go... the sell-by date is not until August 2018. It was bottled on August 2013. So that gives it... it's over 3 years old now. It's a Scotch ale from Denmark. I was talking to my friend Peter, the Master of Hoppets, about this company, and he said they kind of come out really big all of a sudden. They were even putting kind of big adverts on billboards, on motorways and service stations, and they really went all out with expense up front, and unfortunately it didn't work out for them, which is a crying shame. But this Stronzo MacLovin, this Scotch ale, sounds good. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. It's probably a collector's item, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. Woo! Loads of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. Now I did read the label on this one, and it said it's been brewed with a little bit of roasted malt. Oh, look at that. That's probably the last time I'll hear the nice, hissing, violent carbonation of a Stronzo beer. History in a glass then. Nice levels of carbonation. The head dissipated very, very quickly. It's more or less a jet black beer in the glass. Well, it's a little bit, you can see the top of the beer there. It's extremely dark to look at. Look at the... Oh, it's a reflection off my hand. So it was a yeast cake in there. There is a little bit of yeast at the bottom of the glass, as you can see. They put a little bit of roasted malt in this Scotch ale, just to add a little bit of caramel and a little bit of chocolate, so it mentions. So quite an interesting sounding brew. Should we get the aroma? The ABV on this beer. Oh, that smells delightful. Wow. It smells like a Scotch ale, but with a little bit of roasted malt in there. It's 8.7% ABV, 25 IBUs, and the EBC, which is the colour, is 44. Right, let's so caramel, definitely you get that Scotch ale element of it, but lots of chocolate and coffee as well, and a little bit of caramel. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's delightful. Oh wow, that is really, really delightful. Wow. So, oh, that's the style I'd like to brew. Lots of aspects of Scotch ales, so lots of caramel, lots of biscuity, bready malts, lots of toffee, but then from the roasted malts you're getting a little bit of roasted kind of bitter chocolate, sweet caramel, a little bit of bitter coffee in there. Oh. With that carbonation, just helps to push the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's not an overly medium bodied beer. It does have body, but not as much as you might expect for a beer of 8.7% ABV. But on the other hand, it's very drinkable. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, it's a funny cross between a Scotch ale and a stout. It's got a lot of crossover flavours going on, and it's quite, call it MacLovin. It's quite an unusual style, and I think it's a style. As I said, I'd like to brew this. I think there's potential in this particular style, and I don't think it's a style that many people have brewed. Lots of people brew Scotch ales. Not many people brew Scotch ales and add some roasted malt, which, I mean, yeah, that's interesting. So, for you guys' purpose, and for my purpose to taste it, I was considering holding on to it for forever, but what's the point in that? You know, it's just going to go off in the bottle, you know, if I'm lucky enough to hit 60 years of age or something, and I've still got this beer then, it would have been gone, and it's, you know, YouTube, if it lasts in its current format, will be, I suppose, history in the making anyway. For example, my first Brewdog Punk IPA video, that's 6% ABV, and it's a cloudy beer. And you have a look at Punk IPA now, I think it's 5.4% ABV, and it's kind of nearly crystal golden clear. It's a completely different looking beer. So for reference purposes, you can go back and you can go, actually they did brew a different beer, and it's holding its place in time, in history. So by putting this on YouTube and showing you, I suppose it has, it's just as worthy, if you like, as opening it for YouTube and showing YouTube, documenting it on video, as it is leaving it to get all dusty in the bottle. Let the beer go off, and then just to say, oh, look at this brewery went off, they went bust 25 years ago. I mean, will the beer ever fetch a lot of money in the future? Probably not. I don't think they were well known enough to have that kind of value, but there we go. Let's rate it. Stronzo MacLovin Hornsleth. It's a nice enough beer to give an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.